Could anybody guess how much time I found wasted in their small 6-person team? Let's say in a week. 25 hours of wasted time every week. It was these little things here and there, these little leaks.
We often assume that high-performing teams are already running at peak efficiency, but that's not always the case. I worked with a 6-person executive search team. They were sharp, successful, closing millions in sales a year, and still, we uncovered over 25 hours of wasted time a week. Not because they were doing anything wrong, just because no one had shown them how much friction they'd normalize in their everyday ops. In this next segment from a recent live session I led, I'll walk you through what we found, what caused some of those hidden leaks, and what simple shifts can free up hours without anyone working harder, just smarter. Then you might start to wonder how much time is quietly draining out of your team.
We ran my WTF plan, my wasted time fix plan. So it's like, where's the wasted time? It's there. Let's find it. And then I'll give you a fix. And so I met with their team. There's about 6 of them, and they're closing millions in sales. They already seem very effective. And could anybody guess how much time I found wasted in their small 6-person team?
3 hours.
How many?
3 hours.
Okay. Higher. In a week. Let's say in a week. In a week.
8 hours.
Okay. Around 25 hours of wasted time every week. It was these little things here and there, these little leaks. I don't know if you've ever had a plumbing leak. They scare the life out of me. But it's like you don't know that they're there, and they can create a big problem. And so I worked with them, and a lot of it boiled down to a few different things, one of which centered around people doing things their own way. This is how I've always done it. This is how I'm going to keep doing it. Okay, that was 10, 15 years ago. Now things have changed. Technology has changed. This is how I want to do it, even though the rest of my team's trying to do it this way. And so they were stuck. They didn't have any team norms. Like when an email came in, so they had partners, associates, and assistants. So a partner emailed an associate. The associate's like, I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to dive in. I have to answer this question. Even though I already sent an email, I have to go back and remember all the stuff and get back to it. And so they were having to jump context, do this work about work. And it was draining their time. Because when you are doing something that requires mental effort, and then you have to go do something else, you have to put on a different hat, and then, okay, where was this? What was that? And then jump back and forth. It takes a long time. I can context switch very quickly. So if we're talking about something and somebody brings something else in, like my kids, I can jump into that and then come back. That's not hard for me. That's not easy for everyone. My wife takes her a long time to context switch. And we're just wired differently. And that's just how life is. The core underlying thing that I found, their systems didn't support their growth. And so they didn't recognize that they were losing this time. They also didn't have a way to constantly recognize and check, how do we need to change? What's this new technology? When I was on the last kind of follow-up call, I went through, reviewed my findings with them. And I said this one thing, and one of the partners was like, but Kevin, what if I need the information right away? That's a great question. And then, Joe, where would that information be? Joe goes, I would have put it in the report that I emailed him. I'm like, okay. So Mike already has access to it. Mike, did you know that? I said, yeah, I know, but I don't want to go find it. Okay. Did you guys both know that they use Microsoft and they use their AI tool Copilot? If you're not familiar, talk later. But did you know that if Joe put that over here, Mike, you could ask a chatbot question right here and get the answer? Isn't really? Yes. If you set up your systems properly, you can get the information a lot faster. And then it's not this back and forth, this waiting game. So their systems weren't set up to support growth.